As most of you are aware, AB 200 underwent some pretty drastic changes this year. You no longer have to sit in complete, utter silence. Now, it's pretty much a free-for-all with very few rules. I bet you're asking yourself the same question that we asked as it first opened. What am I supposed to do with all this freedom? Well, being typical girls, first we just sat around and talked, but after a while that was not entertaining. So we started playing speaking games, which then led into Uno, which then led into other card games. Pretty soon, one of our friends said, "Hey, do you want to try the card game Chems?" And it quickly became the phenomenon of study hall. Well, today I offer you the solution to your boredom in study hall as I teach you how to play the card game Chems. The first thing you're going to need is a place to play, preferably with a table. So we'll be using our kitchen so that everyone can easily sit down. Next, you're going to need some players. There's a minimum of 4 players, and you need to have an even number because everyone needs a partner. Each player should position themselves around the table across from their partner. Lastly, you'll need a standard deck of cards, 52 count. You'll also need to remove the jokers. Now it's time to learn the rules. To begin, for every group of 2 you have, flip up 2 cards in the middle. So since we have 2 teams, you'll flip up 4 cards. If you have 3 teams, you would flip up 6 cards. Now, deal out 4 cards to every player. The overall point of the game is to get 4 of the same card, otherwise known as getting chems. So, you're trying to collect all 4. You collect cards by grabbing them from the middle. There's no specific order you grab the cards in. You don't need to take turns, it's a free-for-all. And yes, sometimes that does get a bit violent. You should always have 4 cards in your hands, no more and no less, and there should always remain the same number of cards in the middle. When everyone stops grabbing from the middle, the dealer will call the set as dead, and new cards will be placed in the middle.
Dead.
The old cards will be placed in a discard pile, never to return. You keep doing this until someone finally gets 4 of the same card. But there is a bit of a twist. When you finally have 4 of the same card, you cannot call chems yourself. You have to have your partner call it for you. This can be done by devising any sort of signal at the beginning of the game, such as scratching your ear or fixing your shirt. You can also make funny faces at them to get their attention. However, you have to be careful because the opposite teams can call counter chems on you, so you don't want to make it too obvious that you have all 4 of the same. If you call counter chems on someone, that team will receive 1 point. You also receive a point if you correctly call chems on your partner. So it's a careful balance between alerting your partner that you have chems without making it too obvious. You can play to as many points as you want. Typically, we play with 10. And that's it. You're ready to play. See how it works. So you'll see they're going in no particular order. They're just grabbing as they please. And they're always keeping only 4 cards in their hands.
It's dead.
And she called it dead, so they're now placing it in the discard pile. Sometimes confusion occurs and you think your partner has chems when they don't. So, since they incorrectly called it, they'll just keep going as if it didn't happen. No points are awarded or taken away.
We're just going to call this whatever that was dead. We're just going to keep going. Chems?
Yes! Woo! Good job, girls.
Now, they get 1 point for getting chems and their partners don't get anything. And they just keep playing until they're done.
Oh.
Overall, chems is a simple and fun game to play. You simply grab a partner, deal out the cards, and swap cards until you finally have 4 of the same, or getting chems. So next time you're bored in study hall and you need something to do, grab some players, a deck of cards, and start your own game of chems. I guarantee you'll be the coolest kid in the room.